Hello, everyone. Welcome to 1992, when I was 5 years old. 'Twas a time. 'Twas a time in my life. And now I sit here in my might be fake, might be real leather chair, surrounded by vinyl records with Portland Bee Balm supporting urban bees and their keepers. Yes, 1992 was a real ass time. A real ass time indeed. Were you prepared for how bad the quality of this camera was? I don't know if you were. I don't know if you were, sirs and madams. Somehow, somebody out there knew Pokemon was going to be a thing. Really cinched this market, you know. That's some camera quality. I agree. Welcome. It keeps correcting itself, too. Never in the right way. This feels like the weird intro to a mystery documentary. I wish. Wait a minute. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my radio play about aliens. Are they among us? What about time travel? Am I truly from 2018, the year of our Lord? Or am I truly in 1992, broadcasting to you from the past? Subscribed. This camera quality reminds me of old British documentaries. Oh, I should have... Wait a minute. I should have... Oh, shit. I don't think there's the room. Hold on. If there is room, it's going to be worth it. Oh, hello there. I'm so glad that you were able to join us on a journey through cinematic masterpieces of 1992. Oh, I didn't see you there. Welcome to my laboratory. Thank you so much, by the way, to Limelight. Thanks for being a great mod. And also, thank you for the 25 months. Trainer, thank you for the 3. Loey, thank you for the 16. GK Gamer Fan for the 15. Gynax, thank you so much for the raid. I hear that you were playing Jackbox. That's right, I'm a creep. Thank you very much. Kevlar Giraffe, thank you for the 8 months. Potato, thank you for the 19. Ectrix, thank you for the 13. Jay Berry for the 1 year. Happy anniversary to you as well. Hodgewall, thank you also for the 1 year. So many of you guys subscribed to me last Thanksgiving. Incroyable. Incroyable. Valet, thank you so much for the 2. Goatee and Glasses for the 22. My Conductor, thank you so much for the 14. Cruiser for the 26. Dom Flame, thank you so much for subscribing. Kaimuk, thank you for the 3. Talak for the 3. Perry and Crafts, thank you for the 18. Juicifus, thank you for the 11. Brimstone for the 18. Angie, thank you so much for all the biddies. And Winda, the Wind Panda, thank you so much for the 18. I've been subscribed since 1991. It was a good year. But was it as good as 1992? Let's find out. Events of 1992. What's going on in this year of our Lord 1992? Man, lots of sad shit. Can we find something? Is there anything fun? McDonald's opened their first McDonald's in China in 1992. Wow, that seems like really early for the takeover. Disney opened in France. Cool. Oh, that's right. Clinton was president. Billy Clinton playing the sax. We're Animaniacs. That show did not exist yet. Great. Cool. Well, I like 1993 better. But what if someone from 1992 is watching you now? But are they watching me, or are they like tuning in radio frequencies and somehow picking up our radio frequency from the future? Like so many Ghostbusters believe. Sometimes when you hear weird sounds, it ain't a ghost. It's just a traumatic moment in someone else's life that has spanned time and space. I don't even know if I'm real anymore. Toddler, I love you, but what the fuck are you talking about? So when we went to, was it Dragon Con? Is it Dragon Con? Holy shit, now I feel so fucked up. There was a bunch of supernatural sort of shit that Jesse and I went to, and we thought they were like literally the best panels we've ever seen in our lives. And in one of them they were talking about whether or not how there's like theories that ghosts aren't really ghosts, they're actually traumatic moments in a person's life. So say that you're in your own bedroom, you've come home from college, right? You're staying in your bedroom and you hear a voice in the middle of the night. They believe there's a possibility that that is a pocket in time that happened to you in your own bedroom when you were younger, a moment that traumatized you to the point that that instance replays over and over again. And so you as an adult are in your room being haunted by you as a child. So just like fucking think about that. Cheers to that shit. You just blew my mind and I just entered the stream. I know. So there's that. There's that belief. That literally there is no time. There truly is no space. There are pockets all over the place. And every time we move and every time we talk, we're entering into a pocket. And perhaps it'll turn out that the vibrations sync up or the radio waves sync up or whatever else, and they overlap for a split second. You should guest on the Cox and Grindor podcast. Even time has pockets, but women's jeans don't. Feels bad. It's the best thing I've ever heard in my life. Best thing ever written in chat. Wait, what the fuck? Right? Yeah. So, like, who even knows, really? My Nana, my grandma on my dad's side, Nana was super into crop circles. Super into crop circles. She thought maybe they were demons. She didn't know. It was amazing. She loved listening to like radio stuff about aliens and all kinds of, like, she was super into that. And yeah, I had never heard of crop circles before until my Nana was like, let me tell you some shit. And when we got a printer that could print in color, she printed off pictures of crop circles and kept them. Amazing. I thought at first that you meant she was super into making crop circles. That would have been amazing. Would have been like, teach me. My buddy's D&D character sacrificed themselves to save my D&D character last night. Wasn't my first character death, but it's affecting me pretty strongly. I understand that. That was very sweet of your bud. That's a fascinating woman. What if she does? What if she was one of the people? She's passed away now. What if she was one of the people who was making crop circles out here? That would have been incredible. If she was simultaneously obsessed with crop circles, but also a person who was making crop circles. My Nana was fascinating because anytime you walked into the house, you knew what she was going to be doing. She would be like sitting in a chair like this, and her hand would be, pretend that like right here is like a table, right? Or this. She'd be doing this. Sometimes like this. Just thinking about shit. Just thinking about shit. Yeah. She, we have lots of paintings in the house. She did all of those paintings. My dad's whole side of the family is like, there's just so much going on there. Oregonians are wild. They're all from Missouri. They were all from the Ozarks. And yeah, my Nana loved to paint and also just like sat and thought about stuff all the time. My grandpa is the one who I've told you guys built his own car because he wanted a car and just decided he was going to build a car. And he's like, just knew how to build and break and rebuild literally anything that he wanted to. So they were married and had my dad. So yeah, that whole side of the family is just, there's stuff going on. I have a painting my great grandpa did somewhere in the house. That's so cool. Yeah, it's really cool to see art that family have made if you get the opportunity. If like anybody in your family engaged in that way. It's interesting. I love like we found an old tape of my dad's like first album songs. Awesome. There are paintings that my Nana did all over the house. It's cool. It's cool stuff. What should I paint today? A crop circle. Camera is a bit out of focus. I bet it is. You promised us a tour of your grandpa's work/scrap area over a year ago, and I'm still waiting. They've started cleaning it. So when you walk in, there's actually like space to walk now. So it's not as impressive, but it's too late now. Oh no, but the art I'm leaving for my grandkids is bad Boku no Hero Photoshop. Look, they'll be like, wow. Grandpa really did some shit. Damn. Damn, Grandpa. Oh my goodness. Owlrinth, thank you for the 16 months. Hello, Bedlam, thank you for the 26. Arthritic Eyeballs, thank you for the 29. Cat Killing Curiosity for the 25. Sunbro Smo, thank you so much for all the biddies. Oh my goodness. Paul Under Intensity, thank you for the 9 months. Happy Twitch baby. Volgan, thank you for the 3. Fiax for the 2. Avi Pitter for the 10. Kelp Netto, thank you for the 3. War Nuevos, thank you so much for the biddies. NT Shy, thank you for the 25. Avarius for the 22. Toffee Time for the 2. To Spammer Walk, thank you so much for the 5. I got my Dodger Coffee Co. shirt. It's my official baby barf backup shirt. I feel every time my 5-month-old yorps, you get free advertising. Thank you. Bless. Also, congrats on the 5-month-old. Rebecca Snow, thank you for the 4. Malik for the 16. Vivid Zephyr for the 8. It's Sid, thank you for the 3. Jazz Jackrabbit for the 29. And Broken Plaything, thank you for the 30. Wanted to say your streams always make me smile. And a question, I want a Cat Gang art print on stream in August. Is there still a possibility for me to get it? I haven't been contacted or something is working with Whispers. Email me. We'll figure it out. And Ferris Rex, thank you so much for subscribing. Yorps. Yorps is a good word. It's a real good word, yeah. Somebody, I can't remember who. Somebody during Thanksgiving yesterday. Somebody during Thanksgiving 2 days ago was talking with Sam and was like, oh man, wait until you have to deal with the projectile vomit, right? And we were like laughing a little bit because obviously Clark doesn't projectile vomit, but like the stories I was telling you guys the other day, she does like just bleh on us and we're like, oh no, did you do a thing? Oopsies, boop, 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 all clean. Like, we're super desensitized. Then he was like, oh man, wait until you have a baby that projectile vomits. We're like, well, that seems like the next step up. Yeah. Like, yeah. Yikerd. I just now got the live notification from Twitch. It's okay. We've just been talking about conspiracy theories and ghosts. So, which is worse, projectile vomit or projectile shit? Clark's at the stage now where anytime you go to change her diaper, she wants to roll over, right? And it really, really sucks when she blows out. A baby blowout is a term for they take a shit that's so heinous that it explodes outside of the diaper. Like the diaper can't contain it, right? Literally this morning, my mom was like, okay, we're gonna need to leave the house in like 10 minutes. And I was like, great, no problem. Baby's in clothes, she's fed, she's playing, she's happy, we're good, right? And then suddenly she was like, right, like, pick me up. And I was like, oh, okay. Pick her up, put my hand under her butt, and I was like, ooh. Yikerd. So brought her upstairs and I was like, hey, mommy, can you come with me and hold her down? Because, and literally, with my mom and I trying to hold her in place, she still was rolling all over, like, still was, like, twisting her body all over the place, screaming, crying, like, just hated it. Because not only is she having to sit there for a long period of time while we're trying to clean shit up, all over her legs, you know, potentially on her feet if she puts her foot in it, right? But also, we're not letting her roll. And she's just like, this is the most unbelievable bullshit I've ever pulled up with. We're like, Clark, you need to chill. She's just like, ah. So, yeah, it's good stuff. Those are some yikerds, you know? Blazing Smoky, thank you so much for the biddies. And Anubisette, thank you for the 6 months. Strong girl. Too strong. Too strong. Are you going to get Vlogmas this year? I'm going to do my best, y'all. Cheers. I'm going to say that potentially when we go to England will be the end of Vlogmas. So I will do my best to do Vlogmas up until the point that we go to England. And then that'll probably be it. I just don't think I can promise more than that. And even then, it's not a promise. It's like, I'll do my best. So we'll see. We'll see. 1 video per week Vlogmas. People keep saying that, but then that's literally 4 videos. And that's it. So. I'll watch anything you put out. Aw, that's very sweet. Four vids is better than no vids. I'm not saying no vids. I'm saying I'll do my best until like the 20-somethings. What was that? Is it legal in our city to have Christmas lights on your car? What a great question. App. That mug is pretty lit, isn't it? One year for Thanksgiving, I got everybody mugs. And this was the mug I got myself. What's the answer? I don't know. Should I look and see? I feel like I'm falling for some kind of shit if I look at this. There is a man with pants down, huffing paint cans. God, what a trip. Apparently my neighborhood is lit. Is it legal? I have them on my roof. They are secure. I haven't been pulled over yet. I've only driven at night. No one has responded, so we don't know. I would assume having Christmas lights on your car is illegal. I would assume that. I would be surprised if it wasn't. Should we look and see what the responses were to the other one? Though it looks adorable. Here we go. There are some responses. Though it looks adorable, I would consider it a possible distraction to other drivers. Call the police department and ask them so that you do not get a ticket. Fair. If it is illegal, Anthony is going in. If it is illegal, they need to write tickets to themselves. I don't know why that's so funny. That's so funny. Like the absurdity of somebody being like, yeah, because Christmas lights are just as pointless as putting on the siren lights on your police car. What the fuck? It gets better. Ready? So Joan, the one who said, though it's adorable, you should probably call the police and find out for sure. So Anthony says they need to write tickets to themselves. And then Joan responds, Anthony. Joan says, Anthony, the police are elves. Anthony, get all out. Anthony, the police are elves, and I'm sure they got themselves a permit. then says, oh my god. Anthony. Anthony then says, I like Santa. Period. Someone help. Oh my god. Holy shit. What am I reading? Oh my god. I'm so sorry for anybody who came in the middle of this. It's literally, I looked him. Oh my god. Okay. I looked at my phone, and I'm part of a neighborhood app. And somebody in my neighborhood had asked whether or not it was legal to have Christmas lights on your car. I read that out loud and then set my phone aside, and everyone was like, well, is it? And the conversation that occurred in the comments of this lady's very innocent question. Though it looks adorable, I would this is from Joan. Joan said, though it looks adorable, I would consider it a possible distraction to other drivers. I would call the police department and ask them to be safe so that you don't possibly get a ticket. And then Anthony said, if it is illegal, they need to write tickets to themselves, which was when I broke initially. Then, scrolling down more, I realized Joan responded to Anthony and said, Anthony, the police are elves, and I'm sure they got themselves a permit. And then when I scrolled down more, Anthony had responded and said, I like Santa. And that was the whole thing. That's it. That's literally all that happened. Oh my god. What a nightmare. That wasn't even the most interesting of the two alerts that I got on my phone from this app. You turned so red. I know. My mom and I were talking about this the other day. When I was on dance team, we would do a dance, right? Just like a normal ass dance. I wouldn't be out of breath or anything, but my face would be bright red. And everyone would be like, are you okay? Happened every time. Because we were talking about the preeclampsia that I had with Clark. And my mom was like, yeah, apparently once you have preeclampsia once, you're at risk to have preeclampsia with future pregnancies. And I was like, great. Yeah, she was like, I wonder if that's why your face has always turned bright red the second that you start exercising. I wonder if it's a blood pressure thing, and you've always had a problem with this. And I was like, I don't know. But my face does turn red very easily. I don't know. Oh, Jesus. I need a breath. We didn't even find out about the guy huffing paint. Let's see if I can find him. Suspicious drunk guy. That's not the one. Yarn donations. Great. What the fuck? Why did my phone tell me about this if it's not a recent thing? Canceled event in all caps. I need to find this dude. Man with pants down, huffing paint cans. We found it. This is the second day catching this guy in my alley living in his car, huffing spray paint. I have called the police twice. They do nothing about it. Angry emoji. To be fair, if I saw that on the regular and I called the police and that dude was still there, I'd be like, what are we doing? What's going on here? The police are elves. They probably got a permit. Yeah, he tried to call the elves on this guy. They did nothing. Angry face. Potato, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Nick KK. Welcome to the cat gang. Be sure to thank Potato for that. Oh my god. Radsack, thank you so much for the 3 months. Graffiti Queen for the 3 months as well. Nuke Mutant, thank you so much for subscribing. Frog Mum, thank you so much for the biddies, for the Dodger Repair Fund. Thank you, thank you. Raptor, thank you so much for the biddies as well. I almost just choked on my gum. Jimmerism, thank you for the biddies. This is why this is my favorite place on Twitch. Laughs and tears for days. Thank you. Beast Wolfgang, thank you for the 11. Ace Kev for the 27. And Golden Mooster, thank you so much for subscribing. I thought that mug said Rap Queen, not Nap Queen, but both are good. It does say Nap Queen. Nap. Do you follow Best of Next Door on Twitter? I don't, but I should. That sounds amazing. It's actually been, like, pretty nice having an app like that. I think I told you guys, but when we had a bunch of leftover diapers that Clark didn't fit into anymore, I was able to find a nursery to give them to and stuff like that. That was cool. It's cool being able to connect with people, like, in your area and be like, hey, I need this, or hey, does anybody need this? And people respond, and people find their dogs all the time. They'll be like, my dog is missing, and somebody will be like, I found it, and it's cute. It's really great. But man, it's amazing. There are some people on those apps where you're like, what's going on with you? I have to sneeze. Oh, God. Never mind. Am I okay? Not really. Like, on the edge. I tend to get lightheaded easily, which can make me turn away. What does turn away mean? You can also donate diapers to women's shelters. They won't take them if they're open. I have tried. If you have a bag of diapers and you've opened them and used like one, say, and then we're like, oh, I don't need these anymore, they won't take the rest because the bag is opened. So it's odd. It's odd to me because you do hear all the time, like, women's shelters need diapers, they need tampons, they need, all of these things, but they won't take them. Next door app in Portland, TLDR. Old woman calls police on a man spraying garbage cans in the street with a hose. He was the owner of the garbage cans and was washing them out. Wait, what? Why wouldn't you assume somebody was washing them out? That's so weird. Yeah, I guess so. I'm just, in my mind, I try to think, what could I possibly do to a diaper? I don't know. I guess. Like bugs could get in there or something. I guess. I don't know. Itching powder? What? Ugh. Police, I saw a guy cutting bushes in someone's front yard. Hello, police. I saw a man come out of the house and pick up a newspaper and go back inside. Are you able to save diapers? You can, yeah. But like, I prefer to try and reduce. I'm already the sort of person that like kind of accidentally creates clutter. So anything that I can do to reduce clutter, so like having a bunch of extra diapers that are just sitting there, I'm like, somebody else could use these, right? So I reached out being like, hey, does anybody work at a nursery? Anybody need diapers? And a couple of different people reached out, which was cool. So but you need all those coffee mugs. I have given away a lot of coffee mugs, to be fair. Have you ever had to call the police? Yes, I have. Both situations were not good, obviously, because you're calling the police. But it wasn't like I have a noise complaint. It was like, it was bad stuff. I'd rather not go into it, but yes, I have had to call the police a couple of times. Aren't you still using the diapers for Clark? Babies get bigger. If you ever go, I'm not going to assume that everybody knows this, so I will answer this honestly. If you go to like the grocery store, you will see that all of the diapers have different numbers on them and different styles and things like that. It's because all babies are shaped differently and they grow, and different size diapers won't fit on them. Diapers, you have to like make sure that they're wearing the correct size of diaper, because any like gaps or openings, anything like that, if it doesn't fit properly, when they pee, they might just pee right out of the diaper. When they poop, they might just poop right out of the diaper, right? So you need to make sure that it's like a snug fit for their comfort, but also so that they're not making a mess on everything. So yeah, there are lots of different sizes of diaper, and once they've outgrown one, it won't go on anymore, you know. So she's in size 3 now, so anything that's newborn, size 1 and size 2 that's in our house is not going to get used anymore. It's better for somebody else to use them. That makes sense. I'm an idiot. You're not an idiot. No. Speaking of babies, one of my friends is about to have a bab. Any suggestions of good presents that might not be obvious for a new family or a young baby? If you want to get them like a substantial thing, we used our Boppy Lounger a lot. We use it tons and tons. You can throw it right into the washing machine, so it's really easy to clean. Basically, we just always had it on the couch, and it was a place where we could swaddle her up and just like set her on it, and she could just chill. It was awesome. We used it for a really, really, really long time, and eventually gave it to friends because she started rolling and it wasn't safe anymore once she could roll. But it, you know, that lasted us for a few months, and it was awesome. I'm trying to think of like something that's not as spendy as that was. Let's see, something that's for the baby. Muslin like swaddles. So like the big like swaddle sheets, we used those as sheets for the bassinet. We used them as burp cloths. We used them to swaddle her. We used them for so much. So useful. Like we had like 6 of those around because we were just constantly using them for different things. So yeah, that's like a pretty inexpensive thing that is super useful if you would like to get them something like that. I always give gift cards as a for the thing you didn't think you would need until it's too late. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Diapers and wipes are always a good choice. Yeah, wipes specifically because they can't grow out of wipes, right? Wipes are like easy peasy. Um, yeah. Butt paste. Butt paste is great. Any kind of like diaper rash stuff is good. Trying to think what else. Yeah. Some people, like for us, Sam and I were given a spa gift card by everybody in the office as like a, yay, you're new parents. Take a day for yourselves. And we still haven't used it, but thought that was a really cute gift. The only problem with something like that is it's going to be a while before you're like, okay, I can leave the baby with someone for a little bit. You know, it takes a while before they can utilize that. Housekeeping or laundry service. I wouldn't have wanted that just because that's something that you then have to schedule. And again, it's not something that you're going to want to do. You're going to be like, oh my God, somebody's going to come in the house. Maybe the baby will be asleep, but we're going to have to move the baby around because they're cleaning the house, right? Like that kind of a thing. Laundry service, maybe. We're talking about good gifts for if you know somebody who's gonna have a baby. But yeah, we used like bigger things. We used our DockATot and our Boppy Lounger a lot, but those are both expensive. We got our DockATot when I got like a big gift card in the mail for it, and I was like, sure, why not? And we actually used it a ton. But she grew out of it fast, unfortunately. But it was great as like a kind of in between the I'm trying to think of how to put this. When like she wanted to be able to stretch out a bit more, like she didn't want to be in the bassinet anymore, but she still like had trouble with too much space, you know. um so we would like put her in the DockATot inside of something else and she would sleep in that. um yeah. Oh, here's a good rule of thumb overall. If you're getting clothes for a baby, stretchy things are typically spanning multiple months. Non-stretchy things are typically a month. So say the difference between I got you a sleeper outfit for a 3-month-old versus I got you a sleeper outfit for 3 to 6 month olds, right? A 3 to 6 month old sleeper is going to be stretchy so that they can like still fit into it for a while. So anything that like spans multiple months is probably going to be a safer bet on clothing. You don't know how big the baby's going to be when it comes out. Stretchy clothes will last a little bit longer. They'll get more use out of them. Sometimes they're thinner though. So if you're in a place that's colder, a lot of the stretchy stuff is a little bit thinner. But oh, oh, I'm trying to think. Hold on. Let me show you a thing. Hold on, just a sec. Ugh. Okay, one last thing. One last thing is a lot of people are very worried about SIDS, right? And that's like when babies suffocate. And so a lot of people are being told, okay, well, don't put your baby to bed with a blanket for a long time. Like wait until they're however many months old and they can lift themselves up easy and they can move around easy and take things off of themselves easy, right? Like make sure that they're able to get away from something. But up until that point, you're like, if they're cold, what do I do, right? So they have these, and we used these quite a bit. They're called sleep sacks. It's literally like a little potato, a little potato sack that you put them in. And then the zipper starts at the top. And you zip it up like that, and their little arms come out here. And it's like a little blankie that they zip into. So that's pretty cool. That way they can like technically have a blankie, but it's not gonna get anywhere near their face. And yeah, burp rags. Burp rags are easy to make and also will get used a lot. So, and that's it. That's all I'm gonna suggest. It's like a baby sleeping bag. It is. Yeah. It's very much like that. Is there like a bracelet you can put on a baby that monitors life signs? There are little monitors that you can put on their feet. I think the most common one is called Owlet. And yeah, it's literally like a thing. It's literally like a little thing. Ignore the socks. It's like a thing that goes right here and monitors their like, yeah, their vitals. And it wraps around their little foot. Up until the point that they're able to like grab their feet and hate that. Probably works really good, yeah. Nice socks, thank you. They're my mom's, so you know. That seems excessive. I spent multiple nights not being able to sleep because I had read so much about sudden infant death syndrome that I was like, she could literally just die in the middle of the night. And I was so worried about it. And everyone was like, if there's nothing near her face, if you're making sure she can't like there's really just no way that it could happen, most likely, right? But it's still just so scary. My mom slept in the room with me until I was 1 year old because she was an older mom. She had me when she was in her 40s and was like, you know, at the time they were telling women, like, if you're older and you have a baby, like, SIDS might be easier to have happen to a baby. Like, they didn't know. So, I mean, when you think about it conceptually, you're like, here's the logistics of this, right? Like, it's probably not going to happen because of this, and this, right? When it's your own kid, you are terrified, like completely terrified that one day they're just gonna be dead. It's crazy. It's like really, really scary. And the older that they get and the more that they're like doing things and the more that they're active, you start to calm down and you feel more secure and you feel more like, okay, as long as I'm doing my best to make sure that that can't happen to them and they're growing properly and they're able to like keep themselves safe to a certain extent as well, it's probably fine, right? But I had many nights where I did not sleep. And if I was a more anxious person than I am, there are probably moms out there and dads. There are probably parents out there just in general that just don't sleep a lot, right? That are just like, what if? So if getting a little monitor and clipping it to their foot and being like, all right, my phone will tell me if there's something weird, if that helps you get some sleep, thank God it's that we've got stuff like that, right? So, yeah. Hi, Phil. How are you? It was so cool seeing you at DesignerCon. Peace of mind can be priceless. Absolutely. Yeah. Isn't it bizarre? Like, I literally, Sam and I talk about that a lot. We're like, how did we last this long? Like, one of our first instinctual things to do is put anything we can into our mouths. just like, how did we last? I don't understand. Like, I'm just, thank God we're around, right? To be like, don't put that in your mouth. Don't put that in your mouth. Don't put that in your mouth, right? Like, but... Oh, I was just talking about you. I was. We were talking about different sort of things that people could get friends or relatives that are going to have a baby. Huh. Yeah, we were talking about how you want to put literally everything in your mouth and how crazy that is. Huh. Did you have a good nap? I didn't wake her up, did I?
No.
I don't know. Uh-oh. Did I wake you up? Did I wake you up, my love? Oopsies. You seem well rested, I think. There we go. There we go. This is Clark. For any of you who don't know and haven't met her before, this is Clark. She is about to turn 7 months. Whoa. Is it time to eat? Can you do a wah 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 for the stream? Wah 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 wah. You did just wake up, so maybe not yet. Wah 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 wah. Wah 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 wah. You looking at yourself? Wah 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 wah. Can you do it? She's been so talkative. It's been crazy. But you did just wake up and made me a little shy, huh? Because you see another baby, and where did that baby come from?
Welcome, you fine cat-loving, coffee-drinking burrito babe.
Go back to daddy. Uh-oh, we dropped it. Hold on, mommy will grab it. Mommy will grab it. Yeah? What else? What else? Huh? Wah, 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 wah. What else? Oh, wah, 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 wah.
Cat-loving, coffee-drinking burrito babe.
Yeah? Wah, 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 wah.
Welcome, you fine cat-loving, coffee-drinking burrito babe.
Wah, 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 wah.
Welcome, you fine cat-loving,
Yeah?
coffee-drinking burrito
Okay.
babe.
Okay. We got a little bit. I'll take it.
Fine cat-loving, coffee-drinking burrito babe.
What?
Welcome, you fine cat-loving, coffee-drinking burrito babe. Welcome, you fine cat-loving, coffee-drinking burrito
You
babe.
little legs. You're so cute. I love you. Be good for daddy, okay? Do you have her bink?
Yep.
Okay.
Say bye, Mama.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Welcome, you fine cat-loving, coffee-drinking burrito babe.
She cute, right? She cute. Oh my goodness. So much happened. Martian War Machine, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Tidu. Tidu, welcome to your 2nd month. Ziox, thank you for the 29. Airheaded Angel, thank you for the 26. Whalefax for the 16. Reshki, thank you for the 15. Civilized Worm for the 3. Nines May, thank you for the 27. Rector Rainer for the 19. SP Wolftech for the 2 years. Happy anniversary. Fallen from F8, thank you so much for subscribing. Anon, whoever this was, thank you so much for gifting subs to Unreal Out, Gross Princess, Fedori, Cannibals56, and Zirconi. All of you, welcome to the Cat Gang. Those were anonymously donated, so thank you to whoever that was. Mossy H, thank you for the 28 months. Calming Feather for the 2. Cedo, thank you so much for the biddies. Thanks for the gift tips. Genuinely super helpful. Excellent. I'm so glad. All the baby size stuff is foreign to me, so I'm glad I could be here live for once to ask. Yay, I'm so glad it was helpful. Arnar, thank you for gifting a sub to Cito. Welcome back. Second month. Ozdiz, thank you for the 4. Gerard, thank you so much for gifting subs to Martian War Machine, Dr. Rockbell, Ray Carzo, looks better than The Witcher, and Traveling Trixie. All of you, welcome to the Cat Gang. Be sure to thank The Completionist in chat for those. Gerard, thank you. Stefanoff, thank you for the 51. Gerard, thank you for gifting another sub to Dusty Scabbard. Welcome. Do you like ducks? Thank you for the biddies. Arnar, thank you for gifting a bunch of subs to Wallflower, Jarrett, Sock Nep, Zeonidia, and Kyle J. Czar. All of you, welcome. Be sure to thank Arnar Bjorns in chat for those. Tobbs Joe, thank you for the 50 months. Tim Dogrev, thank you so much for subscribing. And Koa for the 11. Dr. Jackal for the 40. PG Wipeout for the 11. Very, thank you for subscribing. Loafer, thank you for the 45. Vivid Zephyr for the biddies. This stream is making my heart warm. Aw. And Leo Sunlover, thank you for the 22. Thanks for the good times. Thank you so much for being here. I love how the camera's trying to autofocus. So inspirational. Keep trying. I gotta start getting ready for birthday shenanigans. Is it your birthday, Perrin? Perrin, is it your birthday? Yeah, sorry to everybody who has shown up being like, wow, Dodger wasn't lying. This camera's terrible. It is terrible. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. It's so bad. Camera's awesome. Thank you. The FPS is fine. The motion is good. All right. Sick. Yep, it's my 35th. Oh my gosh, happy birthday. Let's get some Doog yays, Doog woos, all that in chat. Happy birthday. Thank you so much for hanging out with us a little bit. Camera really adds something? I think so. It suits the background, don't you think? As long as we see every frame of the dabs. You're welcome. Small Tom Gaming, thank you for the 20 months. And Broken Plaything, thank you for gifting a bunch of subs. Thank you for gifting subs to Mike Riptonite, Gmads, UJS3, Jaspy10, and Lamazord. All of you, welcome to the Cat Game. Be sure to thank Broken Plaything in chat for those. Thank you very much. And Nadriachi, thank you for the 28. I walk back into the room and Dooger is dabbing. Ooh, my bad. Doog Woo. Yes, we have Doog Woo. It's a free emote, but only if you have BTTV or FFC. So you have it's a free add-on, but you do have to put an add-on in the browser, and there's also a way to do it on Android phones, but I don't remember what it was. No joke, I dig the wallpaper. Thank you. If I'm being totally honest, I daydream about gutting this room. Not this or this or that. Like, I don't want to like redo the aesthetic of this room, but on the other side, and I can't show it to you because there's literally like there's like sensitive papers everywhere and stuff, but on the other side of this is like my mom's like battle station, and it underutilizes the space so much that it drives me crazy. Like, I just want so badly to just put some, like, a different desk in here so badly. But I don't think she would let me. Because this has been in here since I was a little kid. So, but oh my god. It's a nightmare in here. It's a nightmare in here. There's stuff everywhere. Save, please, help. Tiri was here. I missed her. Tiri, if you're still here, I love you. sounds like, ah, there she is. I'm excited to come hang out. Is it shag carpet? No. It is the same carpet that's been in here since ever. I don't think they've ever replaced this carpet. So it's been the same carpet for the last like 40 years, something like that. Oh my god. This was my bedroom when I was little, and then I took that bedroom when my brother moved out. So when I was like 6 or 7, I moved into that bedroom. So the wallpaper in there in the other bedroom is actually hilarious. We got wallpaper for like all the rooms at the same time because when I moved out of here, they were like, we're going to turn this into an office, right? So we got this wallpaper and like these chairs and all that stuff. And in my room, when I was a kid, I really wanted this like blue and gold wallpaper, and it's the same wallpaper that's still in there. And that room, definitely, I think to myself, we should get some different wallpaper in here. We should get some different wallpaper in here. But it's not my house. I just come back and feel all of the memories and nostalgia, but I don't live in this house anymore, so I get no say. But oh my god, if I could just be like, Mom, oh no, you gotta go somewhere else for like 3 or 4 days and just change a bunch of shit, it'd be amazing. Blue and gold sounds royal. I vividly remember, because my dad was like, you can pick your own wallpaper. But it was like, you can pick your own wallpaper with the added assumption that if I pick something terrible, my parents would be like, that's terrible, try again, right? And I vividly remember picking a wallpaper that was ugly, but I loved it. And my mom and my dad were just like, and then I went for my second choice, which was the blue and gold. And my dad was like, I'm very proud of you. That's a very adult choice for wallpaper. But I know that in the moment, child me was like, I really want that ugly ass shit. I really want that ugly ass shit that we left behind. Dude, my friend in high school was allowed to like repaint her walls every few years if she wanted to, which I thought was so cool. So every like 2 or 3 years, her mom would be like, do you want to repaint your room? Like, what do you want your room to look like? And so I will never forget going to her house, and all of her you guys know how much I love orange. All of her walls were bright orange, and I was like, this is amazing. I was so in love with it. And I came home and I was like, Aaliyah painted her walls orange, and my mom was like, Clearly an OSU fan. No, my hometown, the colors are black and orange. It's always Halloween in Malala, Oregon. Your town has town colors? No, our high school colors. In a small town, might as well be the town colors. I didn't paint my room at all growing up. Now that I moved out, my mom redid the room for the cats. Amazing. My room stayed the same for a little while. My room was the same while I was in college. And then when I moved, they were like, so are you taking all your shit with you or what? And I was like, sure. And I literally took all my shit with me and then realized how much shit I really had. And I was like, wow. How old is your daughter again? Sorry, I'm new here. She's gonna turn 7 months in 4 days. My room is the same. It just has boxes with crap in it in the middle. I really need to, like... I need to, like, go through my shit again. I go through my stuff once every, like, 2 years. Not always voluntarily. Sometimes it winds up being... Most of the time, the last few years at least, it's been, I'm moving again, and that's why, right? But every time I go through stuff, I get rid of things that make me go, why did I keep this for so long? Why did I keep this for so long? Like, stuff that I had when I was in high school, stuff that I had when I was in college, and I'm finally like, why do I have this? Why do I still have this? You know, my dad, everything stays the same. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You know what's funny? Oh my gosh. Thierry, I don't remember if I was telling you this, but I realized at a certain point, and I don't know why. I think it's because I have so many, like, positive memories going to your house when we were younger. But, like, whenever I imagine just a house, right? Like, say that I'm reading a book and somebody's like, oh, and then I went to so and so's house, right? When I imagine the house, it's your house from when we were kids. And it's so weird. I always imagine that house. I don't imagine this house. I don't imagine any house that I've been in since then. I always imagine, like, your house from when we were kids, and I don't know why. I think there was something about that house that I just loved. And even now, yeah. It's funny because I always loved your house. Aw. It's all the fond memories of getting out and going to your best friend's house, right? It really is, I think. Yeah. It's funny. I have such vivid memories of Thierry's house when we were kids. Because, like, Thierry and her siblings were, like, the ones that introduced me to EverQuest when we were kids. And I remember so vividly coming over and Liz had used the label maker to make a label that said EverQuest machine and had put it on the monitor. And there was a huge binder that had all of the maps and shit. Oh my god, I remember that, like, really vividly. I remember sitting downstairs and watching David play Chrono Trigger. And there was like a picture, like a folded out poster from either a magazine or from the actual game of Chrono Trigger that was up on the wall. And I remember being, like, obsessed with it. And I was like, whoa, this is so cool. Because Jared didn't really play, like, JRPGs. Like, we played Zelda, and that was, like, the only kind of RPG game that we ever played. So I was kind of, like, introduced to that genre at your guys' house. Yeah. All that shit. So cool. And Liz's art was always all over the house, too. That was so awesome. I would walk around and be like, whoa, that's so cool. And somebody would be like, yeah, Liz made that for class. I'd be like, what? But yeah. It wasn't until I started spending extended periods of time away from this house that when I come home, I realize how, like, quintessentially farmhouse it is. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. You see it with, like, I see, like, my home. I literally grew up in this house, right? Like, I see my home through, like, fresh eyes, you know? It's cool. Tetris machine was the Game Boy. Yeah, my dad, we always had the NES hooked up downstairs. And Jared and I would play Mortal Kombat all the time. We'd play either Mortal Kombat or we would play Tetris, I would sit outside of, when Jared was in that room, I would sit outside of his room waiting for him to wake up so that we could play Super Mario together. And he would wake up and open the door to go to the bathroom, and he would be like, Brooke, what are you doing? You're so weird. Be like, are you awake? Can we play Mario? Oh god, fond memories. Jared is 11 years older than me, so I was like, not very cool. Straight Light, thank you so much for the 29 months. Dark Shadow, thank you so much for the 1 year. Happy anniversary. And okay then, thank you so much for the host. Did you ever have to fight over a console or a computer? Yeah. When we first got the internet, I was like obsessed with it. And I have a memory that's really, really vivid. It was this room. We had the computer in this room at the time. And Jared was kind of like intermittently staying here. And I remember I was on the computer after school, and Jared was like, hey, I need to use the computer. And I was like, okay. Got off the computer, and an hour later I was like, hey, are you done? I want to use the computer. And Jared, I will never forget, Jared's like at the computer, right? And he was like, I just got on. And I was like, oh. It was like the first time that I realized that maybe I had a problem. It was the first time that I was like, oh yeah, I was on there for hours earlier. I was on there for hours earlier. And then Jared was on there for an hour, and I was like, God, is he done yet? I was like, are you done? I need to use the computer again. Jared was like, fuck off. Yeah. That was one of those moments where I was like, oh, I need to chill. I need to like fucking chill and like do other stuff maybe. Yeah. Jared sounds like all of the older siblings from Home Alone. It's just the voice I'm giving him. Jared is like a very sweet, soft person. He's a musician. He's like got a lot of soul. But when I like when I characterize him when we were younger, he's like, God, leave me alone. My younger brothers would count minutes of how long I had been on a computer so that they could report it to mom. Oh my god. The Napoleon of soul music. That's how I will picture Jared talking forever. It's really funny at like family gatherings when Sam is there, because my whole family is the break into song genre of people. Right? So like literally everyone was saying goodbye at the end of Thanksgiving, right? And I think it was Julia, my niece, picked up Clark to say goodbye and said, so long. And like 3 of us went, farewell. And everybody else went, Avida saying goodbye. We all like just started singing at the exact same time. And Sam had this look on his face like, I want to fucking die. I want to just crawl into the floor. It was so funny. Literally, like, I mean, there were only like 10 of us, right? But still, we were all singing at the same time. Like, the second that she said, so long, we were like, oh, that's the start of a song. We were all singing, and Sam was just like, where the fuck am I? Oh my god. Was this at home or in public? At home. It was after we were done eating. My parents do that. Sometimes it scares the shit out of me. Jared and Christy and I have always done that. We're both, like, all of us are really easy lyric learners. It makes sense for Jared. It makes sense for me because I memorized scripts for so long, right? But Chrissy is also just like, she just fucking loves music. So we've always been the sort of siblings where it's like somebody says one word and all of us think of the same song at the same time, and we're all like, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Are we all about to sing the exact same song? Right? So that happens often, but for the entire family to all burst into song at the same time is like a quality just mwah moment. That sounds amazing, IMO. Thank you. My twin and I do that all the time, and my parents hate it. How far through the song did you get? We got to the first so it was like, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, adieu, adieu, to you and you and you. So imagine 10 people all singing that. It was good. It was good. Oh no, it's worse than I thought. Sam is the guy in a Disney film that questions why everyone is suddenly singing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Jared was in that musical in high school, which was really funny because he didn't remember that, but my mom did. My mom was like, well, you know, Jared was in that musical. And he was like, I was? Oh yeah, I was. Like... My family's full of West Coast theater people, and it ain't fun. Mine is not. I'm the only one. Well, Jared was in plays in high school, and that's it. A repressed memory. He was, Friedrich, one of the kids. Tag yourself, I'm the one that pretends I don't want to join in about half a verse before I start singing, too. You gotta play it cool. Can you hear her? Hold on. I took a video. So I'm just gonna, like, play this because, like, I need you guys to understand, like, the level of babbling she's been doing. Because it's so funny.
Wah, wah, wah. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
It's so funny. She's been doing that, like, constantly for 2 days. It's so funny. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. We're like, what happened? Where did this come from? I'm struggling with a photo project and my son woke up, so I'm going to come back to it. Have fun. Later, cuz. By the way, that was adorable. Mwah. Love you, Terry. Everybody say bye, Terry. I can't wait to hear her first words, dude. It's probably going to be up. That's what I'm thinking. Because we say up. Because she started lifting her arms now and she wants to get up. So we'll go up and she'll go. So probably be up if I had to, like, guess. Mr. Bitterness, thank you for the 23 months. Crazy Quad, thank you for the 6. Bran the Cat, thank you for the 6. And Arcade Hamster, thank you for the 31. My twin sister's 9 weeks pregnant. I'm already excited for baby pictures. Oh, it's gonna be so fun. Especially for you. You get to be like, it's not mine, take it back. Maybe she doesn't need to learn up because she can communicate that already. Fair, yeah. I love talking that way to babies, especially when they're crying and you're like, what? Yeah, I was tweeting about that. I do that a lot. If she's like, because my mom and I were talking about how, since she's moving around on the floor a lot now, she'll like roll over sometimes and like, bump her head. And there are two different types of cries that she'll do. It's either like, I hurt myself, and you know that they really did hurt themselves, or it's like, right? Like, like, the like really dramatic, like, I'm dying. So, yeah, like you make an effort to really downplay when they do that, right? To just be like, you're fine. Oops, we bumped our head. We're fine. Huh? We're fine. It's fine. Look at this. It's shiny. And they're like, oh, but yeah, in those moments, it's really hard not to just be like, uh-huh. Wow. You don't say. That sounds scary. Wow. Mm-hmm. What else? And then what happened? Right? And she's like, That's the baby equivalent of saying ow when it didn't hurt. I don't doubt that it hurt, right? I think when you like bump yourself on something, it can hurt. But it's like, did it hurt or did it hurt, right? Did you bump it and you were like, ow, but then you immediately didn't feel anything anymore? Or did you bump it and you were like, holy shit, right? Like, those are different levels. And I think sometimes she bumps her head and is like, ah! Right? Even though it doesn't hurt anymore. Sometimes babies also just cry because they, like, they were scared. They spooked themselves, right? That doesn't hurt anymore, but they were like surprised by it, so that's really common too. And typically you can tell that if they're distracted easily. If you can be like, you good? And they're like, yeah, I'm fine. What was I crying about? Ooh, what's this? Right? Like, then They just have no idea how to communicate panic other than, ah, it's true. This, ah. Who babies her more? Who's the she's okay parent? Oh, but I mean, both Sam and I spend a lot of time with her. So she gets like desensitized to both of us equally. Like sometimes if Sam's been with her a lot, she'll like get really fussy with him, but she's fine with me, and vice versa. Sometimes when I've been around her a lot, the second that he shows up, she's like, oh, thank God. Like, take me away from her. But both of us are pretty like, we hear like a little bump and we're like, bump. Oopsies. We do a bump. We try and like not to make it a big deal unless we wait for her to react rather than us being like, but yeah, I think with nap times, she's such a good sleeper. Like she sleeps the 12 hours. She sleeps from 7 to 7. And then she's got 3 naps typically throughout the day. She hasn't like consolidated naps at all naturally. So, she still has 3 like short naps, and, just hear her. Sometimes it's a little difficult to get her to go down for those naps. Normally it's not. Normally she just goes right to sleep. But if it is, sometimes she'll like escalate. She'll like be talking to herself, and then she'll start complaining, and then she'll get angry, and then she's sobbing, and we know it's that she like worked herself up into that, right? Like there's nothing wrong. She's just like worked herself into like right? And typically Sam's the one who's like, I'm gonna go check on her. My pajamas say Nap Queen like your mug. What up? Yo, cheers. That's what's up. Coco Late Cack, thank you so much for the 1 year. Happy anniversary. I appreciate it. Gamer Guy, thank you for the 29 months. Cookie, thank you for the 14. I hope your holidays have been great. They have been. They've been wonderful for me. T-Zug, thank you for the 31 months. D-Card for the 37. And Freaky Clean, thank you so much for the 420 bits. I used to think staying calm would be hard as the adult, but now that I have tons of nieces and nephews, it feels easy knowing that it soothes them. Yeah, it helps them so much if you're the chill one. If like you, because they're all over the place, right? So if you can be like their calm presence, you help so much more being the calm person than like elevating with them, because they're literally their whole purpose at the start is observing you, right? Like they're trying to mimic everything that you do. They're interested in everything that you do. And so they become like incredibly observant to you and how you're behaving. If you're scared, it scares them. If you get freaked out, they get freaked out, right? Which is why, like, when they're starting to eat more solid foods and they, like, maybe choke on something a little bit, or, like, you know, like they gag on it, you need to not freak out, because then they'll freak out. Right? It's difficult, but, like, it becomes easier. So if you can be calm and positive, then they will in turn feel more calm and positive about things, typically. But you're also reading them, right? Like you're also trying to figure out like what stresses them out, what freaks them out, how can I address that how can I address that in a way where they learn to deal with it, you know? Like sleeping is the big one that everybody runs into. Like, how do I help them learn that it's okay to go to sleep? You know, that I'm going to put you in here and I'm going to leave the room and you're going to nap, right? And that's like a huge, like, weird, stressful thing that they have to go through, but they figure it out. Please tell me there's a plan to finish the room 3. I consumed all the other VODs. Yes, we will finish the room 3. For anybody who wasn't here, I like very suddenly ended the stream yesterday because people started shitting on me about potatoes, and I got so irritated I just left. So unlike me. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave. I'm just done. Somebody was like, and you are not gonna fight about this in chat again. You'll get timed out. But somebody asked me to like list off things that I knew about Estonia, and I was like, oh, I've actually been to Estonia. And I was talking about how I had a potato there, and somebody was like, haha, a raw potato? And I was like, yeah. And then it turned into a huge fight over whether or not it was okay to eat raw potatoes, whether or not people actually eat raw potatoes, like whether this was a goof, whether it was a troll. Did I actually eat a raw potato? Surely I didn't, because they're toxic and they can kill you. It turned into like a whole big fucking thing, which was not a bit. I just want to like establish I do eat raw potatoes. Great. So Um, people were fighting about it so much that I was like, well, it's about time for me to end, so bye. I got so irritated. So yeah, that's it. I literally, the second that the stream was done, I came downstairs and Sam was like, "Oh, you done?" I was like, "Yep." Chat chased me off. They got really irritated with the fact that I eat raw potatoes. And my mom was like, "What? We've always eaten raw potatoes." I was like, "I know." How about raw carrots? I prefer raw carrots to cooked carrots. So there's that too. If you want to fight about that, you can fight about that all day. I don't care. Raw carrots are the bomb diggity. I agree. Cooked carrots have always been weird to me. I love this raw potato lore. I did not expect that. I was so confused. I was like, well, why are we fighting about this? This is incredible. In the context of Twitch, at least, potato fights aren't that bad. I mean, yeah, like, if we're comparing potential things to fight about, not too bad. Not too bad. People cook carrots? Yeah. People put carrots in stew. People do pureed carrot stuff. At least this chat is on brand to fight about something like that. I mean, true. What do you mean that you eat raw potatoes? As a snack? I have nothing against it. Yeah, my dad and I, just my whole life, have always just like, we'll just cut like a little slice of potato, put some salt on it, and eat it. And that's it. That's as simple as it is. You don't want to eat a lot of it. It's super starchy when you haven't cooked them. But like, just a little piece of potato with some salt on it is good. I can feel chat brewing. Like, I don't know about this shit. I don't know about this potato shit. Where am I? I am in Oregon. I am in the farmhouse in Oregon. My mom and dad are talking about her. Basically, I mean, you guys only see like small snippets of Clark, right? But basically, her legs are always moving. Always, 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 always moving. Like, she wants to be swimming or walking or running or something, right? Like, her legs are always just doing this, like, constantly. And I just heard my dad be like, those little legs. And my mom go, I know. She can crawl now. She can crawl. She can, without help, pull herself up to standing. If like she crawls over to you, she'll like climb into your lap and pull herself up into a standing position and just sit there like this. If you put her in a walker, she walks everywhere. Yeah, she's good. I honestly think in like a month or so, she'll be like easily pulling herself up onto things and maybe even trying to walk a little bit. Baby gymnastics in the future. So my niece actually taught like child gymnastics and was like, oh my god, Clark would love it. She was like, you gotta get Clark in gymnastics. She will be amazing at it because she's just like not scared of anything and she wants to be moving so bad. Is baby swimming a thing in the US? It sure is. Yeah, you can put babies into swimming lessons as early as 3 months, I think. 3 or 4 months. She's too strong. I love babies and walkers, especially when they get bouncy. Oh my god, it's so funny. Sam, like, while I was at Designer Con, Sam basically would spend all day just, like, putting her on one end of the room and being like, come here. And she would bolt. She would, like, run to him, and then he would push her all the way back and be like, come here. And she would come back. So by the time Designer Con was over, Sam was like, I got something to show you. And, like, put her on one end of the room and was like, call her. And I was like, come here. And she just, like, ran for me. I was like, whoa. My niece is 10 weeks and got dipped in the pool by an instructor. It was cool. Aww. Yeah, I say it's like, I didn't learn how to swim until I was like 12 or something. I like taught myself. And I would rather that my daughter know how to swim earlier because it was always really embarrassing going to the pool. I always loved the pool, but I would go to the pool and I would have to hold onto the edge. You make parenthood sound like the most exciting thing. Aw, it's pretty fun. Everybody keeps being like, so, how is it being a mom? And I'm like, it's awesome. Because it is. Like, even the bad times are fine. Like, I don't know. It's so cool you let us ask questions. Oh, yeah, of course. I've been a fan of you for almost 5 months. Oh, no. I lost it. Oh, thanks, guys. Don't read it? Okay, I won't. My boyfriend is 21 and still doesn't know how to swim? Aw. Oh no, she read it? I didn't. I only read those first 2 sentences. Did it get bad? Don't read it? Okay, never mind. I just saw that it got timed out, and I was like, I'm gonna assume that was timed out for a reason. I never learned to swim. I took swimming lessons, and I nearly drowned, so I just avoid water. So for me, I didn't know how to swim, and I still can't hold my breath underwater without choking. I have multiple friends who were swim instructors, like all my buddies that were part of like the swim team and stuff in high school. They all became swim instructors and were like, I'm going to teach you how to hold your breath underwater. And I would always choke. And so they got to the point where they believed that that there's something weird about my sinuses. Like they literally are like, maybe your sinuses are just weird. Because if I like hold my breath and I don't plug my nose, if I hold my breath underwater and breathe out through my nose, I will still choke on water. And they're like, how? How is water getting in there? It makes no sense. So, yeah. Yeah, if I plug my nose, I'm fine. But if I just breathe out through my nose, water still gets in there. You gotta close your gills. Shit. No one ever told me that. I don't breathe out underwater. I just hold my breath. So that's what I used to try to do. And people were like, oh, it's because you're not breathing out. Like water's getting in there because you're not breathing out through your nose. If you breathe out through, if you're pushing air out through your nose, there's no way water will get in there. I always choke on water. So I just plug my nose. Yeah, the nose clips are life-changing. If you are like me, there are little like necklaces you can get with a nose with like not like a clip, but like a little thing that'll just like gently push on these. Oh my god. It makes all the difference in the world. You can't like jump into water with it because it'll fly off of your nose, but if you're just gently like sliding into the water, you're good. It's great. Is it mandatory to wear swimming caps or hats for hair? No. If you're so the reason that people who are on swim teams do is because it makes you more like aerodynamic, so to speak. You can cut through the water easier. That's also why people shave everything. You know, there's always the like, oh yeah, everybody on the swim team like gets waxed or shaves everything. It's because any hair is resistance. So if you can get rid of all of your hair, put a big cap on, then you'll like cut through the water easier. In some countries it's mandatory, definitely not here. Chlorine is bad for your hair, I think. Yeah, you just rinse. Most places here, there's just like a little like outdoor shower, and when you get out of the pool, you can just be like, and just it'll just like wash you off real fast. No hair, no drag. Are you a swimmer? Not even a little. Here it's mandatory so you don't get hair in the pool. Interesting. But sharks have pointy bits on their skin and they're fast. You know, if you wanna really learn all that shit, do science. I don't do science. Lazy Blue Guy, thank you for the 2 months. Fick and Spick, thank you so much for the 6. Plasma Phoenix for the 9. Happy Twitch Baby. And Scubnar, thank you for the 37. I don't do science, Dodger 2018. I was talking with my dad about when I was like entertaining the idea of going to med school. And he was like, "Man, you should have just gone for it." And I was like, "Nah." I would have done so bad. I would have done so like any class that wasn't, "Here, you want to play with a body?" I would have done so bad. I just know that about myself. Mac TX, thank you for the 15 months, and Kravix, thank you for the 4. But then we wouldn't have wholesome streams. It's true. It all worked out. The body class was a good one. It was. The class that I had where they were like, "Here's an eyeball, cut it open." And I was like, sick. And then our final was always, "All right, everybody gets a dead cat. Cut open the cat." It's awesome. It was so fun. It sounds really morbid. Some of you guys are like, gross. But I loved that class. Yep, that's gross. We had fish. The smell, oh my god, the smell of the cats was awful. Like, so gross. It was just the formaldehyde smell, but it was so strong that we were just like, ugh, no thanks. Yikers. They don't use formaldehyde anymore. Well, that's good. Yeah. Some like similar classes that were in the state at the time, they did pigs, I guess. But the cats that we had were like shelter cats that had naturally passed away, I'm pretty sure. At least that's what we were told. Maybe it was just what we were told to make us feel better about it. We're like, "Don't worry, they all just naturally died." This conversation is making my toast taste weird. Sorry. No, let's move on.
Welcome, you
I said we were going to move on, so I'm not reading any of these things out loud, but they're pretty funny. Dark Sight, thank you for gifting a sub to Dunkar. And Seafoam Green Tea, thank you so much for subscribing. Ken Killed Barbie, thank you for the 9 months as well. Happy Twitch, baby.
Welcome,
Bedtime for me. Good night. Good night. I hope you have a great day. And I hope you sleep well, etc. Kay Theron, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Katogangu. It's one of those BS schools that Dodger went to for kids with anger issues. One of those BS schools that I went to for kids with anger issues. I went to a school in the middle of the woods that was a church that people just started sending their kids to school to. Is that what you mean? Is that what you're talking about? This jigsaw puzzle has given me a heckin' head hurt. Oh my god, I want to do a jigsaw puzzle so bad. I wonder if we have any jigsaw puzzles in this house. Oh my god, I want to do a jigsaw puzzle. That sounds so fun. I haven't done a puzzle forever. My mom loves puzzles too. I'm working on an annoying puzzle right now too. Man, I want to do a puzzle. That sounds great. Sounds super fun. No, I haven't seen Rowan Husky in years, to be honest. Dodger didn't go to juvie, guys. I know a lot of people who did. I didn't. Okay, I'm gonna bring up our list of new subs and all that. Sam is going to be taking off to spend the next few days with Whoops. So Sam and Whoops are going to be doing a bunch of streams and things together. But that means this is my last day with him until we leave to go back to LA. So I'm going to call it here and read off our list. And, oh, this isn't my email. Ha 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 ha. So I'm going to bring up the list and read off the new subs, and I'm going to go spend the rest of the day with my little family. But I'm probably going to do another stream tomorrow. Just FYI. We normally don't stream on Sunday, but I'm probably going to do another stream tomorrow because my mom was like, you should do a stream tomorrow. And I was like, well, if you insist. Panda Pants, thank you for the 25 months, by the way. And Freaky Clean, thank you so much for the biddies. I'm going to read all of these off. So thank you guys. You're amazing. I hope you enjoyed this weird potato stream. Tomorrow we'll try to finish up the room. And hopefully you guys won't argue about food. Because who knew? That's apparently my trigger. If you argue about food, I'll shut this shit down. Thank you so much to Loey3107, My Conductor, Vulgan, Hello Bedlam, Archiver, Dom Flame, Cherubimon, Rebecca Snow, Kubert, Pelt K, Pollander Intensity, Ferris Rex, Toffee Time, Tiki Samurai, Avi Pitter, Rad Sack, Nick KK, Nuke Mutant, Crazy Dungeon Master, Whalefax, Airheaded Angel, Tidu, Golden Mooster, SP Wolftech, Fallen from F8, Gross Princess, Unreal Out, Cedo, Zirconi, Cannibal 56, Fedori, Paper Labyrinths, Dr. Rockbell, Martian War Machine, Looks Better Than the Witcher, Wallflower 007, Dusty Scabbard, Traveling Trixie, Ray Carzo, Jarrett 476 or 456, sorry, Socknep, Zio Nydia, Kyle J. Czar, Martha Mello, Very, 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 Danes, WFC, Tim Dogrev, G Mads, Mike Riptonite, Jaspy 10, UJS3, Cravax, 1990, Dream Babe, Wabsnasm, Llama Zord, Dunkar 61, Seafoam Green Tea, Kai Theron, and Panda Pants. Thank you guys. You're the best. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day. And Let's see. Who's streaming right now, actually? Oh my gosh, there's 2,000 of you in here. Welcome to the potato stream. I'm going to send you somewhere else. Let's see. Who's doing what? What we got in here? What we got in here? Oh, I'll send you guys over to Lumen. Lumen is finishing up Thronebreaker if you're interested in that. Go and dab on Lumen. Lumen's wonderful. I will see you guys next time. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.